first listing that we have here within the options section would be the company information. This section allows you to better customize the software to your shop. Within the company information, there are 3 rows of tabs that will allow you to manipulate the information within the program to better suit your shop. The first tab that we have here would be the Preferences tab. In this section, you can change your company information to reflect the business name and address for the customer printouts. There's also a section in here where you can manipulate that same information for internal printouts. There's also tax information section. This is used for you to include various tax rates and put them into the software. You can also include to round off cents. There's also an area for you to round off price lists or estimate values. You can also put a check if you'd like to have things measured in by metric system, or if you're using non-US currency, you could use a checkbox in for using non-US currency and enter in the currency symbol that you would like to use. The next section that we'd have here in the company information section would be the customer service reps. This would be the section where you can enter in your customer reps into the program. To add a new rep, click on the new button. This will open the customer service rep window. In here you can fill out the fields provided for your customer service rep. There is also an area here to add commission to them that's based on percentage. Once you've added your information, select the OK button to add to your list. You can also edit or delete the reps in this list by selecting the Edit or Delete button after you've highlighted a rep. The next section we'd have here within the company information section would be the difficulty factors. The difficulty factors section is an area designed for you to add adjustment to any of your estimates. The default difficulty factors would be good, with a 0% markup, the excellent with a 15% markup, as well as ordinary, which would have a -15 discount. We leave this area up to you to add whatever kind of adjustment you'd like to create. To add a new difficulty factor, select the New button in the upper right hand side. This will open the difficulty factors window. Within this window you could add a description, put check marks into difficulty factor default, whether it's a copier, or if you'd like to use plate and make ready calculation curve. There's also an area for you here to add your actual percentage adjustments. Once you've entered your information into the difficulty factors screen, you can select the next tab over, which would be the basic estimate adjustment. Within here you can put more adjustments in here for certain specific options here within the program. And once you're finished here, you can select the OK button to save this into your list. The next section we have here within the company information window would be the invoice terms section. This section was created for you to create and manage payment terms. We've listed a few examples for you to use. You can either manipulate these or create your own from scratch by selecting the New button in the top right hand window. This opens a term description window where you can type in the name of a new invoice term. You can also select however many days a customer has to pay with the net due in days. Also add a discount, as well as list how long that discount would apply with the if paid within days section. Once finished, you could put a check if it's a default term option and select the OK button, and it'll save it here to your list. You can also edit these options here by highlighting one of the features here and then selecting the Edit or Delete button here on the right hand side. The next section of the company information would be the Rates tab. Within this Rates tab, you can create new rates that you would use for anything for finishing or for graphic design. What you'd want to do here is select the New button if you're ready to create a new rate. Within this window that pops up, the new rate window, you'd want to add your description of your new rate as well as give your new rate a cost. So for example, we'll use bookbinding with the rate of $2. What we'd want to do from here is we'd want to associate this bookbinding with what we'd be using it for. For example, for bookbinding, we'd want to associate this with finishing production. By selecting the OK button, it'll add us to our list where we can see that we have some finishing production, as well as our bookbinding description and our rate here of $2. Once you have this finished, you can select the OK button to save. The next tab here within the company information would be the vendors section. This section was designed for you to keep track of your vendors' contact information. You can also tag your vendors to inks and stocks in the ink and stock section. To add a new vendor, click on the new button in the upper right hand corner of this window. This will open the vendor information. In here you can add all your information to the fields provided, and once finished, click OK to save. This will populate your vendors into this field here for you to have for their contact information.